this week it's bread week, the week that fills everybody with dread. And to make it even more difficult, I'm going to do a Paul Hollywood recipe. We're baking cheese and bacon loaves. So shall we have a go then, Annie? Should we get kneading this bread?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a large mixing bowl, and we need 2 types of flours, 400 grams of strong white bread flour, so I'm going to tip in, and 100 grams of strong wholemeal bread flour. And then we have 10 grams of salt, which we're just going to pop to the side. And then we've got 10 grams of instant yeast, which I'm popping to the other side. Then we need 30 grams of butter. And we need 330 mils of water. And that's the only ingredients. I'm just going to add 3/4 of the water. And then we have to, like poor Hollywood does, get her fingers in here and mix it round. So we need to keep adding a splash more of the water until this forms a dough. And you can use the mixture to clean the inside of your bowl. And we want to splash more. Teeny bit more. And there we have a rough dough. Okay, so now I'm going to lightly flour my surface. And we're going to tip this dough onto here. Now the fun part, to get busy kneading, and this is going to take 5 or 10 minutes until the dough forms a soft, smooth skin. Very therapeutic kneading. So far, Paul Hollywood, I'm not finding this very scary. I think this is fine. It's looking like bread. We're doing good. Cue baby. In the middle of kneading. When else? Bit more flour. Smells like bread. I'd say this is looking like a soft, smooth skin. Okay, so I put the dough in this lightly oiled bowl, which I'm going to cover with a tea towel while we leave it to prove for at least an hour, but we can leave it for 2 or 3 hours if you want to, till it's at least doubled in size. Okay, meanwhile while the bread's proving, I'm just going to lightly fry some bacon for the filling. Now this is 8 rashers of smoked back bacon with the rind that I've removed. Just going to heat up that oil. And pop in the bacon. I don't think there's any nicer smell than the smell of bacon frying in the pan. I'm going to let that fry away. Okay, I make the bacon done. So we're just going to put this to one side while it cools down. Nom, 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 nom.
And what do you think to the cooking anime? What do you think?
Does it smell good?
Does the bacon smell good?
Should we have some milk now?
The milk.
Milk time for Annie, while the bread continues to prove. Okay, the dough has now doubled in size. I did swap to cling film instead of a tea towel partway through the prove because it didn't seem to be very effective, the tea towel. So there you go, Paul Hollywood, I'm criticising you. Cling film does a better job. Right. Next, we need to add the bacon that we cooked to the dough, as well as 150 grams of grated cheddar. So if I just scoop the bacon in, and the cheddar, one I made earlier. And we're gonna knead that until it's all distributed. Like so. Oh, it smells good. It smells so good. Cheesy bacon bread. And any bits that fall off when you're doing this, when you're finished just doing this part, we're just going to shove them back in, just gently push them back into the dough. It's looking good, smelling good. Now we're going to lightly flour the surface again. And we just need to knead it just very briefly, just to make sure that it's all together. Sneaky bit of bacon, push that back in. Now the recipe does say 150 grams of cheddar. I've added a bit more. More like 200. We like cheese at this house. Okay. So we need to cut it now into 4 pieces. Going to be our loaves. And we need to shape these into ovals about 2.5 centimetres thick. Oh, sneaky bit of bread. That one. So okay, so we've got our 4 ovals. If I just move those over here. You're going to need 2 baking sheets, each lined with a sheet of greaseproof paper. And I'm going to pop 2 of these on each, like so. I'm just going to dust the tops with flour. Like that. And we need to slash the tops lengthways quite deeply. But not all the way through. Okay, that's good. Now each tray needs putting inside a plastic bag, clean plastic bag, or like me, if I've got a bag big enough, I'm going to cling film it. So here's my bread all cling filmed up. And we're just going to leave those now till they're doubled in size, so for about an hour. Ready, they need to have doubled in size, and when you touch them you need to gently spring back like they do. And we're just going to sprinkle them with a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to bake them in the oven for about 20 minutes on gas mark 7. Okay, first batch coming out the oven. Wow, look at those. I'm very happy with them. Well, there they are, my bacon and cheddar loaves. Never made them before. I'm quite happy with how they turned out. No soggy bottoms here. We're going to have these for our tea when my very own Paul and Prue get home. We'll see what they think.
I'm trying to Mummy's bread.
What do you think to Mummy's bread? Is it good? Good
nice?
bread.
I made cottage pie too.
Crazy lady.
You're crazy. I'm crazy.
She's crazy. She's crazy, isn't she, children? Right,
The baby just isn't enough.
No. And Daddy will try some in just a minute.
I feel nice. Now,
Nice.
that one under the leaves.
Could you? Is it that good?
My mouth could be stuck to it forever. No.
Is it bread week next week? Because we want more. Bread good.
Woohoo! Why can't Annie have any? She got 2 tigers.
Not yet.